Hi, I'm Amy. I'm a Pilates instructor and physical therapist. Today I'm going to take you through some Pilates exercises that are good for those of us with low back pain. We're going to be working on the mobility of the spine and the hips, maintaining our core control while we do that. We're going to go ahead and start lying down on our back. If anything would bother you, please feel free to modify or just skip that exercise. Now lie down with knees bent, feet about hip width apart. Reach your fingertips towards your feet so your shoulders are down away from the ears. First exercise is going to be a pelvic clock. I want you to imagine that 12 o'clock is at your navel, 6 o'clock is at your pubic bone, 3 o'clock is on your left, and 9 o'clock is on your right. We're going to first start moving from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So on your exhale, you're going to roll your spine back, getting heavy at 12 o'clock. So your low back is pushing down into the mat, and your tailbone is lifted. And then reaching your tailbone towards 6 o'clock, creating just a little bit of space under your low back. And moving back and forth between those two positions. Exhale and roll back to 12 o'clock. And inhale, rolling your pelvis forward towards 6 o'clock. Inhale, reach to 6 o'clock. And exhale, tilt back. Inhale and exhale. Just feeling that mobility through your low back and your pelvis. And last time, reaching towards 6 o'clock. Settling back into your neutral spine, I'm going to bring my hips onto the sides of my pelvis, so 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Now I'm going to lengthen through my right knee, tilting my pelvis towards 3 o'clock. And then lengthen through the left knee, the pelvis tilts towards 9 o'clock. And inhale and exhale, moving the pelvis side to side in a pain-free range of motion. So notice if your range of motion is different from side to side. Inhale. And exhale, inhale, and exhale. Do one more time each side, to 3 o'clock and to 9 o'clock, and then settling back into a neutral spine. Now we're going to maintain this neutral spine as we move our hips. On your exhale, pull your low abs in, float your left leg up to tabletop. We'll inhale to lower, exhale to lift. When you lower your leg down, make sure your back doesn't arch. And as you pull your leg back up, make sure your spine doesn't tuck. Stay connected to the breath. Every time you exhale, you should feel a deeper low ab contraction. You should not feel like your low back muscles are working or that your thigh muscles are working much. It's to stay pretty isolated into the muscles between your pubic bone and navel. Now keep that left leg up, grab it, and we're going to just take a hip circle here. Imagine that you are stirring the thigh bone in the hip socket. You may just feel a little bit of stretch through the back of your hip when you do this. And reverse the direction. Last 2 circles. And lower the left leg down. Reset to your neutral spine. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, float the right leg. And lower and lift. Your breath can be in either direction. Just remember that exhale is going to help you get a deeper ab contraction, so use that when you feel that you need more assistance. Spine stays neutral. All the work into your abs, not going into your back or your thigh. Grab the right knee and we'll take the hip circle over here. Again, like you are stirring the thigh bone in your hip socket. And reverse the direction. Last 2 circles. and lower down. We're going to continue to work on our neutral spine. The next exercise is going to be a leg slide. I am going to scoot to the left edge of my mat so I can take my left foot off of my sticky mat where it can slide on the carpet. So I'm going to inhale to prepare. My exhale, pull the low abs in, straighten the left leg without arching the low back, and pull back in. Exhale, and inhale back in. If you would feel this go into your low back, maybe you need to make the motion a little bit smaller or connect into your breath a little bit more to get deeper into the low abs. Adding on our exhale, stretch the left leg straight, feel the abs supporting you. The left leg will go out to the side, pull back in, and bend up. Exhale, inhale side, exhale, and pull back up. As you press to the side, only as far as you can where there's no side bending in your back. It's just movement through your hip while you're stabilizing your core. Last one. Side, center, and bend back up. Now I'm going to move to the right side of my mat so my right leg can go off the side. And same thing, on my exhale, legs slide down and pull back up. Feel the navel pulling up and in towards your spine. As your leg goes straight, just check in with your low back that it's not arching up away from the mat. Next one we'll add in. Slide the leg straight. Inhale to the side. Pull back to the center and bend back up. Exhale, slide. Inhale, side, center, and bend. We've got two more here. Exhale, slide. Out, in, bend back in, and last one. Slide out, pull in, and bend back in. I'm going to go ahead and move back to the center of my mat. Set up with the hands behind the head, and I am going to, on my exhale, curl up head, neck, and shoulders into a chest lift. Your spine is still neutral. You don't want to tuck your spine to 12 o'clock. And lower down. Now that I'm down, I'm going to press down through my feet and roll my spine up into a bridge. We're going to alternate through those two positions. So rolling the spine down one bone at a time. Reach your tailbone all the way to your heels, and once your tailbone is neutral, exhale to curl up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press through the feet. Use your glutes and hamstrings to lift back up. Roll down. And chest lift up. Feel a little bit of inner thigh engagement on your bridge so your knees stay parallel to each other. Roll down. Chest lift up. Your bridge should be working the back of your legs, your glutes, your abs. You should not feel very much in your low back at all. So if you do, you may want to just keep it a little bit lower. Curl up. One more bridge right here. Lengthen your spine down, making it longer. And then curl up to your chest lift. Reach your hands to your feet. Now stay in this chest lift. And on your exhale, reach the arms overhead and circle them to your feet. Every time you exhale, pull the low abs in a little bit more. Stay curled up. We'll reverse. Pulling the shoulder blades down away from the ears. One more circle. All right, lower down. We're going to lift up into a bridge again. Think about that clock on your pelvis again, and you're going to drop your pelvis so 3 o'clock or your left side comes down towards the mat a little bit. Maintain that rotation of your pelvis and lower and lift your bridge. So just feel a little bit different stretch in your spine, maybe a little bit different work through your glutes. And then lift up, come back to center, and then dropping the right side of the pelvis down towards 9 o'clock. And roll your bridge up and down in that position. Feel your glutes working, your spine moving. We've got 2 more. Lower down, lift up, come back to the center, and then 1 more roll of the spine back down to the mat. Hands go behind your head again. Curl up your head, neck, and shoulders. Float your left leg up to tabletop, followed by the right leg. Again, maintaining that neutral spine. And then on your exhale, tap down, inhale, exhale right. All the work in your low abs, not your low back or your thigh. So if you would feel that your low back is tensing, maybe you would keep this motion a little bit smaller and not go all the way down to the mat. If it is feeling like it's really connected into your abs, you can make it a little bit harder by a reciprocal motion. Gaze stays at your navel to see that your pelvis is level and not shifting as you move your legs up and down. Last one. And lower everything back down. Go ahead and bring your knees up into your chest, grab onto your thighs, and come up to a seated position. Next exercise is rolling like a ball. You're going to grab onto your legs and come back to balance on your tailbone. Your gaze is again down at your navel and your spine is in a bit of a C curve or a round back. So I'm rolling like a ball. I'm going to inhale, roll back, and exhale, come up to the balanced position. Inhale and exhale. Keeping that connection in your low abs and pelvic floor the entire time. So every exhale, think of a lift of the navel up and in. So 2 more. Last one. Feet go down. We'll keep the knees bent and go into a spine twist. So you'll sit up tall with the hands behind your head. Make sure that your back is not arched, but your ribs stay pulled in so you're in a neutral spine. Grow tall through the crown of your head. Sit bones are still anchored down. Now inhale to prepare. On your exhale, lift through the low abs and twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Now your twist should be just through the upper back. You should feel it between your shoulder blades. You should feel that your sit bones stay anchored down. Your legs stay still, and that's ensuring that you're not getting rotation through your low back. All your rotation should be in the upper back. And last one left. Okay, we'll roll into some rollbacks, so maintaining the same seated position Arms are going to reach in front of you. On your exhale, ground down through the legs, energy through the inner thighs, and spin your pelvis to roll back bone by bone. Inhale, and then exhale, gaze down at your navel, pull it in towards your spine, roll back up and stretch forward over your legs. So if this is challenging to your back, you can keep your roll back smaller so you can keep connected into your low abs. If it feels good, you can go all the way down to the mat. Use your breath. If there's a sticky spot that's hard to get through, exhale through that spot so you can try to use your abs to get through it rather than any momentum. Stretch forward, and then this one will roll all the way down to the mat. The next series we'll do lying on our stomach. So turn over face down, and you'll have your elbows squeezing in towards your ribs, hands just about right under your shoulders. To find your neutral spine in this position, you're going to anchor down through all 10 toes. You may feel that the inner thighs are lifted a bit towards the ceiling. Anchor down through your pubic bone, and you'll feel that lift of your low abs, like you're lifting from pubic bone to navel. Now go ahead and maintain that, and on your exhale, we'll press up into just some upper back extension. Inhale to prepare, and then exhale, leaving the elbows on the mat, reaching the head and chest forward. Your gaze will not come up, but will just be right in front of your mat. And lower down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, engage through the low abs and lift up to an upper back bend. Inhale and exhale. You don't want to feel any compression in your low back. If you do, you won't want to press up as high. Go 2 more of these. Inhale and exhale. Make sure the shoulders stay down away from your ears. Last one. Now lower down, your forehead can be hovering. Your arms will hover too. Still feel the inner thighs are lifted, the pubic bone is anchored down. Now on our exhale, we are going to reach the right arm overhead. Inhale, left arm is going to reach on your exhale. Feel the work in your upper back and below your shoulder blades. As you bend your elbow back, pull the shoulder blade down away from your ear. The entire time, you'll still want to feel your low abs are engaged. The pubic bone is anchored down, so your spine stays in a neutral spine. Last one each side. And then go ahead and prop up onto your elbows like you are reading a book at the beach. To maintain that neutral spine, we'll want to think about the same principles where you feel a bit of a lift through your inner thighs. The pubic bone is still anchored down, and this exercise is single leg kick. So your navel should be lifting up away from the mat, and on your exhale, kick the right leg. Inhale and exhale left. Check in with your low back as you do this. You should not feel that your low back is arching at all or rotating as you kick your leg. The work should be in the back of your legs as well as the abs holding you in a neutral spine. Stay puffed up through your shoulder blades so you'll feel like you're slightly pushing the mat away from you. And again, gaze stays right in front of your mat. One more each side. Exhale right, inhale down, and exhale left. And then from here, go ahead and just press back into a child's pose to stretch your spine in the other direction. Take a deep breath here. Inhale into your back body. And exhale, letting it go. And coming up onto your hands and knees. Try to set up so that your shoulders are right over your wrists. Hips are right over your knees. Now look for that mobility through our spine again and go into a cat-cow. Inhale to prepare. On your exhale, start to pull the tailbone forward. Drop your head down into a mad cat position. And then inhale back to your neutral spine. Shoulder blades pull down. Reach your head and chest forward. And exhale, trying to find some motion through the low back here, not just the upper back. And inhale. Tailbone forward, pubic bone lifts up towards the navel, head drops down. Neutral spine, pull the head and chest forward, and then coming back to a flat back or a neutral back. Inhale to prepare. On your exhale, use your abs to stabilize your spine as you stretch one arm forward. Inhale, lower. Exhale, right arm. Inhale and exhale. Maintain your neutral spine without any shifting as you lift an arm. Now, reach the left arm up, keep it up, take the hand behind your head. We're going to start to find some thoracic rotation again. So on your exhale, you are going to twist up towards the ceiling and then bring your elbows together. Stay connected to your breath and use that exhale to support your spine here. So again, this rotation should be around your shoulder blades and not into your low back. Inhale, elbows together. Exhale, stretch up towards the ceiling. And inhale. Both hands back down. On your exhale, reach the right arm forward. Bring it behind your head. On your exhale, lift up to the right. And inhale, elbows together. Look for that rotation again in your thoracic spine. Feel the low abs engage on that exhale to maintain a neutral lumbar spine. Last two. And last one. And come back down. Now we're going to look for some hip extension. So on your exhale, send the left leg back behind you. Just check in with the rest of your body and feel like that. Make sure that hasn't shifted. You haven't lost your neutral spine. Now on your exhale, use your glutes to lift the left leg up and inhale it down. Think about reaching that left leg long rather than really high. Your focus is on what's not moving, which is your low back. Last two. And last one. Bend back in. Extend your right hip back. Taking a second, making sure that you haven't shifted your position. Inhale to prepare. On your exhale, lifting the right leg up. And inhale. And exhale. Feel the right glute doing the work, never the back. On the exhale, navel pulls up and in towards your spine. We've got two more. And last one. Bend back in. Last variation here on all fours is going to be hip abduction. So again, the left leg will reach back behind you, and then I'm going to move the left leg from side to side. So on the inhale, left leg out to the left corner of my mat or further, and then on the exhale, reach towards the right corner of the mat. So again, the spine is staying neutral, the shoulders are staying still. You may just feel a bit of work in the left glutes and inner thighs to move your left hip. So 2 more each way. Last one. Cross your body and bend the left knee back in. On your exhale, send your right leg back behind you. Check in with a neutral spine. We'll start to move. Inhale, right foot past the right side of your mat, and exhale, reaching across to the left side of your mat. Inhale and exhale. Keep your focus on your abs to support your low back with this hip motion. Last 2 each side. Last one. And bend the right knee back in. Okay, we're going to go back to lying on your back and just end with some work in the obliques. So hands will go behind your head. On your exhale, curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Float your left leg up to tabletop, and then you're going to reach your right hand past your left knee. The left elbow stays open. And on our exhale, we lift. Inhale, lower. Feel energy from the right armpit towards the left inner thigh to work those oblique muscles across the front of your body. The last 3, 2, and 1. Lower everything back down. On your exhale, chest lift back up. Float the right leg up. Turn and reach your left hand. Right elbow stays open on your exhale. Curl up. Inhale. Exhale. Energy from the left armpit towards the right inner thigh. Working your opposite set of obliques. The last 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Knees and feet together. Arms press out to the side. Just going into a spine twist. Inhale to the left. Exhale, use your abs. Pull the knees back up and through to the right. Inhale. And exhale. Feeling that mobility through the spine. Again, in a pain-free range of motion. Last one to the left. Exhale up. Inhale right. And exhale to the center. Knees pulling up to your chest for a stretch. Little rock side to side. Curl up into a little ball and come up to a seated position, and you are finished. Thank you so much for doing Pilates with me today. Please like and subscribe to get further videos from us. Thank you.